Happy New Year, everyone. I am so excited for 2026. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, my name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com. In today's video, I decided the best way to kick off the channel, to kick off 2026, is to actually take a cute little field trip. And so that's why I'm on my vlogging camera today. We are going to head to my local Walmart. I want to be able to show you all in real time sewing machines that I would recommend if you are interested in sewing this year. And I also want to show you all some sewing tools that they have available that I think are perfect for beginners. You don't need all the things when you're just starting. All you need are the beginning basic tools. And so I'm going to be showing you what you can get off the shelf today to help you get started on your sewing journey. If that sounds like something you're interested in, let's go to Walmart. Okay, friends, I made it to my local Walmart. I apologize if y'all can hear noise. Hopefully it's not too bad. I do have my mic on. But first thing first, if you're going to start sewing in 2026, you need a good sewing machine. If you're just starting, you do not need all the fancy computerized sewing machines up here along the top. You can start with the basic Singer, and I'm going to show you my recommendation. This Singer model number 337 would be a good one to start with if you're unsure if sewing is something you would want to do long term. This one here looks like it costs $160, so I think that's pretty affordable. Again, if you just want to test things out and see, that one's $160, and I do think that's pretty reasonable for a beginner entry-level machine. Again, if you're not quite sure if you really want to do it, keep the receipt or just see when it is that you'll be able to return it if you don't feel like you're going to continue it. So that's my first recommendation. Get this one right here, the Singer 3337. I started out with one that was similar with the Singer model. I used it until I upgraded into a computerized brother machine. So let's go ahead and go to the next level of machine that I would recommend right here from Walmart. If you have been sewing, maybe you're ready to upgrade, or maybe you just know, okay, I am legit serious about sewing. I want to get a machine that's going to be good where I don't have to upgrade it in maybe a year. Let me show you that recommendation. The second machine that I would recommend would be this brother machine right here. The number is SQ9285. This one is a sewing and quilting. It's a computerized sewing machine. I love this machine. I've used it several times. I never bought this one specifically, but we used to have this one in melanated fabric. So this was a machine that we had students use, and I thought it was a great sewing machine for beginners and also kind of in that mid-level. It has a lot of computerized stitches already with just a push of a few buttons. It'll automatically adjust things for you. So I do like those little upgrade features that machine has that the beginner does not. It looks like that machine is priced at $245, which I think is also a reasonable price machine, especially if you're serious about sewing. I think you're going to get a lot of longevity in sewing and use out of that machine. Also out of the Singer one too. You can use that one for a long time before you upgrade to another machine. Now, these Singer heavy duty machines are really popular. That machine costs $209. I feel like if you're just testing out things to see if you like it, you can keep it under $200. And if you are serious about it, then you can go with the computerized one that has more features. So that's why I would pick those two instead of that Singer. But again, I know people who will love that machine, so it's kind of if you are ready to get a serger, this Brother 1034 DX, I think it's a great one that you can get from your local Walmart, and this one is priced at $235. A serger is not something that you need when you're just starting to sew. There are other different things that you can do to finish off your raw edges, especially with your sewing machine. You can use zigzag stitch, an overcast stitch. There's just different things that are already available on your sewing machine that you can use to get clean finishes on your seams that don't require a serger in the very beginning. But when you are ready to get one, your local Walmart may have this Brother serger. Again, the number is 1034DX. I would recommend that one. When it comes to tools, there are some basic tools that you do need to get started sewing. The first thing would be how you're going to be cutting your paper, your fabric, and also your pattern. So you do need either some scissors or a rotary cutter. You can decide which one that you prefer. So if you're going to go with scissors, these Westcotts, these could be good here, the 8-inch blade. These could be good. These fabric shears here, these are $19.97. You can start off with these. I think I started out with these, to be honest. So these are probably the first ones that I had. Probably get these. These would probably be more like a scissor that I would get to cut my paper patterns out. So yeah, these are $11.59, or you can honestly get any kind of scissors to cut your paper patterns out with. Again, if you do want to do rotary cutters, you can have rotary cutters here. You can kind of decide how you want to hold it, kind of handle you want on it. That's all kind of personal preference. But if you want to get a rotary cutter, make sure that you get some sort of a mat. You will need a mat or you will damage whatever you start cutting on with the rotary cutter, you will need some sort of a mat. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you get something to cut your fabric and your paper with. Key number one. I do think having rulers are important. I would recommend probably this clear ruler here. This right here is a nice sewing ruler. This is $8.97. I do have a few of these, and depending on the type of sewing that you want to do, if you want to do like more accessories and bags, then you may want a wider ruler. I do think a yardstick is also something that is helpful to have, especially when it comes to like measuring out your fabrics. You have to lay out your fabric. You need to make sure you have the right amount for the project that you're making. Having a yardstick, you'd be able to like calculate your yardage. So I do recommend having a yardstick. Next up here, you will obviously need a measuring tape. This measuring tape costs $3.07. I would definitely get that. They do have a pin cushion right here. It's not mandatory to have. Well, you know what? I would recommend a pin cushion, either a pin cushion or a magnetic one that you can set your pins on. I like the magnetic better just because if you drop any pins, you can easily just kind of, swipe the magnet on the ground. It'll easily pick them up. I'm trying to see if I see one out here so I can get the price for you. A magnet tray, they're all gone. So a magnet tray is $3.92, or you can just get a tomato pin cushion that's $2.73. So yeah, measuring tape is a must. A pin cushion or a magnetic pin would be good to have. You will need some sewing machine needles here, but your sewing machine will come with some, so that's not something you need to buy immediately unless you start playing with different types of fabrics. So if you're going to start working with knits or heavyweight denims, then you will need to come and get some needles for those for your sewing machine. But just starting out, your first couple of projects, your machine will come with some needles, and you can just use those until you're ready for some more. I do recommend getting an assortment here of needles that you can use for hand sewing. I think this is just an essential in your sewing space. You will always need to kind of sew up an opening or something like that, or do like a catch stitch or a blind hem, something like that. You will need some needles for that. So having an assortment, I think, is really great for your beginner sewing kit and sewing room. You will also need some pins. Now, it's a lot of pins right here to choose from. I have the quilting pins with the yellow ball on them, but there are some applique pins, satin pins, pearl pins, ball head pins, dressmaker pins. So there are different types of pins. You can select whichever one you think is best for whatever you're going to be creating. I actually need to upgrade my pins. I've been using the same pins for far too long. I'm ashamed to say how long. So I'm actually going to buy me a new case of pins while I'm in here. So far we have scissors or rotary cutter, a measuring tape. We have a ruler and a yardstick, either a magnet or a pin cushion. We have some needles. Let's see what else to get you started. We have some pens. Let's talk marking tools. Marking tools is essential because obviously you need to mark for notches or dots or anything that you need to, start and stop at. So I think having an assortment is good. You don't need to get all the things. You can either get Taylor's chalk, which they have back here, and that is $2.73, or you can get this really popular dual purpose pen, this marking pen here. This one is $4.77, or you can just get a water soluble marking pencil. This one right here is $2.17. So that's some options right here. I would definitely get a marker, some chalk, and a pencil. That's just me because, again, different types of fabrics, things will show up differently. So you want to make sure that you have different marking tool options for different types of fabrics. The next thing that's an absolute must is a seam ripper. So they have different types of rippers here. Just make sure that you get one. One of them is for $4.73. The other one is for $5.26 that they have here. I also recommend getting a seam gauge. This is going to help when it comes to pressing up your hems, making sure you're getting accurate hems. Definitely grab you a seam gauge. And let me see what else for beginners that's right here. I do think having an assortment of safety pins. This one right here is $1.57. I think it's great because a lot of beginner projects, they require like elastic casings and things like that. So I think this would be fantastic for your sewing kit. Just having a safety pin is great. That is all I'm really seeing right here in this area. And coming down here, the last thing that I see right here would be freight check. I think freight check is something that you can have in your sewing kit. I don't think it's something you need immediately, because if you're not ready to start sewing buttons, or if buttons is something you probably will never get to, you may not need the freight check. So you could probably save it at $3.47. But if you do intend to make garments or things that will require buttons, I do recommend getting some freight check just to have in your space. These things right here, you would probably add over time depending on projects that you're working on, but I don't think these are immediate need to get if you're going to start sewing. I don't really think you need them immediately. That's just me. That's just me. Now, in terms of projects, my store has these fat quarters here. So if you're going to get started with accessories, or if you just want to start practicing stitches, you can grab some of these and just get some practice in. I think that would be fantastic. But you can also use like old bed sheets, old clothes. You don't need to get this. You can use things that you already have at home. But if you do want to get some fabric to start testing things, maybe start doing small projects, sunglass cases, little toiletry bags, these are some great little fat quarters that you can grab for that. I do think the cotton is probably the best place to start, just to kind of practice stitching and doing small projects to get started sewing. This isn't something that you need immediately, but if you do want to get thread holders eventually, when you start getting a lot of different fabrics, getting a lot of different threads, and you can get one of these racks right here, but you may or may not be into that, but they do have them here in Walmart if you're interested. Snippers. I do think these thread snips here are good too, because you'll be able to get really close up if you need to either snip a thread or get close up on a notch or a dot, not a notch, like a circle or something to snip. I think these are good. I think these are good to have. These are like a nice little treat to have beside your sewing machine and beside your serger if you have one. The last thing that you need is an iron. Do not forget to grab one. If you want one just for your sewing space, make sure that you go ahead and get one, because this is a must. Not an option, a must. Get you an iron. I think that's all, friends. We went over sewing machine. I also talked about a serger, and I went through some basic tools that you can grab to go ahead and begin your sewing kit. So I'm excited. Again, let me know if I missed anything down in the comments. All right, friends, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, your Walmart may have a different selection from what mine's have. You may actually have a Walmart that still has a pattern cabinet, as well as bolts and bundles of fabric. A Walmart that's about 30 minutes away from me, it has that in that store, but the one that's literally 5 minutes from me, that is the one that I went to today. And I'm actually happy that I went to that one, because your store may look exactly like that. So if you have more, then hopefully you'll be able to find everything that was in mine. But if yours looks just like mine, I hope that you'll be able to also find those things that will help you get started on your sewing journey for 2026. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you do not miss the next video. And I will see you all then. Blessings, everyone. Bye.